Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video I'm excited to take you guys along with me antique shopping. We are going to be heading out to a new store that I have never been to, but it has been on my wish list to visit, and that is Golden Oldies Antiques in High Point, North Carolina. It was a little bit of a drive for me, but I could not get enough of everything they had there. It is not your typical antique store. This is beautifully curated, shipped direct on containers from overseas antique finds. And you're gonna find wooden risers, you're gonna find beautiful furniture, and you're not gonna find just one. You're gonna have like 50 to choose from. It is absolutely incredible. I can't say enough about it. I was so excited to make the trip there. I did grab a couple things. I showed a lot of restraint. I could have taken home so much more than I did, but I am absolutely going to be going back there. It is just magnificent. I can't. So I'm going to stop rattling on about it and let's just head out to Golden Oldies. I'm so glad I was finally able to make the trip out to Golden Oldies. It is in High Point, North Carolina. I will have the address in the video description if any of you are looking to make a trip out yourselves. It's been on my list of places I've needed to stop for quite some time. It was a little bit of a drive for me, but was totally worth it. It is not a typical antique store. They bring in shipping containers from overseas and curate some beautiful one-of-a-kind antique vintage pieces, and the selection is absolutely amazing. They had the most gorgeous furniture pieces I have ever seen. If you're looking to invest in a unique, one-of-a-kind item that is amazing quality in your home, you absolutely need to stop here. I texted my husband while I was there, next time we're looking for a good piece of furniture, we are coming here to find it, because I have never seen anything quite like this, and having beautiful coffee tables all stacked on top of each other, it was just so amazing, and I just had my jaw dropped the entire time I was walking around. This cabinet was absolutely gorgeous. It did have a red tag on it, meaning it is sold. While you're walking around Golden Oldies, you'll actually notice that there will be red tags on items. Lots of designers shop here and curate items for their clients. So just keep that in mind. Red tag means it is already claimed, but there is still such an incredible selection. Something to keep in mind while shopping here, though, is because they have new inventory coming in all the time and a very high turnover rate of that inventory, most items are not actually priced. You do have to ask somebody for the price. However, everyone is so incredibly helpful and kind. If you go on the weekends, it is very, very busy. So if you are able to go on a weekday, that is optimal. I was one of maybe 3 other people there, and it made the experience that much better. Something I didn't realize until I made the trip to Golden Oldies is they have an entire upstairs portion as well. I loved this twisted leg wood table. This thing was so substantial and solid wood. I thought that was a super fair price for what that item actually is. They had so many great lawn benches if you need something at the foot of your bed or for a dining table. Just so many beautiful pieces, an entire aisle of chests and trunks, and it just goes on and on. And when you think you can't find something else here, another item pops up. There are these beautiful baskets going down the second stairway as well. Just so many amazing things. I can't say enough about it, and I'm definitely going to be making another trip back pretty soon. I really appreciate that they tried to group as much of the like items together as possible. So when you were looking at one item, like these beautiful wood bowls, you could look at 30 of them at the same time and pick out your favorite one. Same with these beautiful vases, and they had a ton of wood risers, and this was just some of them. I had a hard time choosing which one I came home with, so you'll have to stay tuned to see which one that is. They had the most beautiful selection of these super large clay pots as well. These, I didn't even ask what the price was because I knew it was going to be pricey, but they were as tall as my hip. They were absolutely massive and such a beautiful statement to add. So now we are back, friends, and just looking at the footage, I was only able to capture some of what was happening there. They were unpacking new items as I was going through. I spent almost a couple hours there just taking my time, really digesting everything I was looking at. I could have come home with so much more than I actually did. Talking with the folks over there, the weekends are extremely busy for them. So if you happen to have time to go during a weekday, I would highly recommend it. I was only 1 out of 3 or 4 people shopping there when I went, and it was amazing because there's already so much to look at. You don't need to look through people. You can just look at the magnificent items that they have displayed. I will say that majority of the items are not actually priced. You do have to ask, but they are super helpful and just so friendly there. So it was absolutely a great experience. Will absolutely be going back there as well. But let me share with you what it is I did actually end up picking up. I got this brick mold. I thought that this was so pretty. I love the little edge detailing on it, but the best part of this brick mold is that it has my husband's initials in it. And I thought that this would be so cool to put up when we are gonna do the bookshelves in his office space. My camera is on the front facing one, so that's why it's the correct way. In real life, it's not, so that way you would fill it with the brick, whatever. And when you actually take the brick out, it's the correct way. But I thought that this was just so cool, and honestly, when he's on his WebEx calls for work, that's going to be really cool in the background. I'm just saying. But I thought that this was so great. This was only $24, which I thought was super reasonable. It is very aged, has lots of character. They had a ton of different initials on it. They do also have an Etsy shop. I will have that linked down below. They do not have everything on Etsy, but they have some products on Etsy. So that way, if you are far away and you still want to be able to shop some beautiful antique finds, you can absolutely do that. I also grabbed this magnificent wooden box. It is so beautifully aged. I love the latch detail on it. It is a good size. It does have different sections inside of it as well. And it has these little feet here and this back. This is gonna be so pretty for shelf styling. I also thought that this would make a really beautiful recipe box on my kitchen counter. So there's just so many things that you could do with this. I think that this was $40. When it comes to antique finds, you are gonna pay a little bit more than if you got a box from Target. That is just what comes with it. But I love investing in good quality stuff and curating things to my home. They had so many different versions of boxes as well, all different shapes and sizes, and you're gonna find just one. And so you're gonna spend a little bit more for it, but I thought that their pricing was super reasonable for the finds that they actually had there. It was just amazing. And the last item I picked up, I do have a couple of these already, but I have never seen one that looks quite like this, and I would have absolutely regretted it if I didn't grab it. And it is this beautiful wooden riser, but it's circular with these little edge pieces to the details. So it's a square, circular kind of thing. The color, this is heavy for one. The color of this is magnificent, and it does have little feet here too, so it brings it up a little bit. But I thought that this was just so gorgeous, and I haven't come across one with these little side details too, and I thought that it would just bring a different element into the mix of what I have going on. I love mixing old and new items when it comes to decorating, and this is one of those that is just timeless and is going to go with absolutely everything all year round. The risers, they had them priced out. Some of the items, they have a pricing sheet next to it. You won't see prices individually. Some of the cabinets had it, not all of them. I believe the smalls were $40, mediums $50, and then there was one more tier to that. But they also had some really huge, and I mean huge, wooden dough bowls that were only $40. You can't even find that at Home Goods for that price. So they definitely were super reasonable. That's actually all I ended up picking up, was those 3 items. I absolutely could have come home with more, but I know I'm gonna go back. And so I want to be able to digest it a little bit, think on some things, see what new stuff they have as well. It's definitely, if you're within a couple hour drive, I would say it's worth it. I thought that they just had so many great things. They do also have a spring market coming up as well. I will just have everything linked in the video description for you guys, but I sure hope that you enjoyed shopping with me at Golden Oldies. Definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite item was in the shop with me portion. There were some absolute stunners in that place. I can't say enough. It was so beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.